Right, ladies and gents, let's look at third angle orthographic projection. Third angle orthographic projection N2. In sectioning, remember. So these are the views that were given. The question is this one. The question, okay, this was question 6, third angle orthographic projection and matching symbols. Figure 6, which is figure 6. This is figure 6. One. So figure 6 on the next page shows two views of a what? Of a machine casting. Full stop. The views that they're talking about are these ones. So come back to those views that they are telling you about. Analyze them. There are two according to third angle orthographic. They must be according to orthographic actually, because even if it's first, there must be 3. So then you must know which one was the missing view there. So we'll analyze that using what? A projection symbol. This is the third angle orthographic projection symbol, which means this is the front view, this is the what? This is the top view. Are we together? Because according to third angle orthographic projection, your Cartesian plane was gonna go like this. You understand? So first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So which means in the first quadrant, according to third angle orthographic projection, we are having a line that is at an angle of 45, remember? Then second quadrant, we're having a top view. Third quadrant, we're having a front view. Fourth quadrant, we're having a right view. Right? Remember, this is not isometric. This is sectional drawing. So the question says 6.1, we are being asked to draw a half sectional front view with the right hand in sectioning. A half sectional front with the right hand in sectioning. So we come back to say this is the front view. So they're saying a half sectional front view with the right hand in sectioning. So according to our, let me explain this very well. According to our front view, what separates left from right is the center, vertical center line. So this is the right hand side of our front view. This is the what? The left hand side of our very same front view. Because students, they used to be confused when the question it says this is third angle orthographic projection. We talk about the right view. When you read the question, they are saying a half sectional front with the right. That's where they'll then start to be confused. You understand? So they said front, what? A right-handed. So which means the other left hand of our front view is supposed to remain as an outside front view. So read them all so that you'll know which view are you going to start with. So to an outside top view, no hidden details is required. So which means if you put hidden details, they're not gonna penalize you. And a full sectional right view. Are we together? So let's start. So the very first thing that you have to do, start by drawing your top view. And when you draw your top view, draw it a little bit up left hand of your drawing sheet, so that below you are having a space for your front view, and right next to your front view you're going to have a space for your right view. So let's start. Remember, we are using a scale of 1:1. Diameter 40. We see a diameter 40, which is is this radius. Diameter 40 divided by 2, that's 20. Open it to 20. There is my 20 millimeter. An outside top view somewhere there. Then draw it dark. Then a diameter 25 divided by 2, which is 12.5. 12.5 is between 12 and 13, so this is 25. Draw it dark. Then from there, put a horizontal a horizontal dark center line. You know how to draw a center line, isn't it? So this one you can even start right from here. Then from there, come back to this dimension. We see a dimension of 140. 140 divided by 2. Have your calculator by your side. 140 divide 140. 40 divided by 2. 70. Put it a ruler at 70 is 140 here and 0 there. After that, have a faint line like this, faint line like this. Right. After that, what is the width? Is 60. 60 divided by 2 is 30. Put it like this, 30. Then, isn't it, now we are now having the faint line, so you can even draw till it's 0. After that, now without fear or favor, you know this one is dark, this one is dark. Then like this you go. From here till there is 140. Yes. Then from there till there is 60. So we are having another dimension, which is what? Which is 85. So 85 divided by 2. How much are you getting? 42.5. 42, 40, 41, 42.5. 80, 85, 85, 85 here, 85 and 0. After that, get faint line like this, faint line like this. Then from there, I think you see, actually there was no need for them to give us double dimension like this. 85 is still the same one and the same thing. So I think we are done with the dimension that we can tolerate in the what, in the top view so far. So you know the law of orthographic projection, we separate our views with what, with 20 millimeter. So now I can come to say, from the bottom line of our top view going down, measure 20 millimeter, orthographic projection law. Then from there, which means from this line going down, we can measure our what, our front view. So what is the height of your front view? The height of your front view is 55. So from here going down, measure 55, can measure it to any line 55. So this is going to be the height of our front view. Then again from here, so is this 55, isn't it? So let's tolerate this 10 from here till there, 10 millimeter. So which means it's this one, 10 millimeter. Then draw it faint. You see that the moment I'm projecting these lines, I'm making them a bit long. They're also gonna help us when you are now dealing with the what, with the right view. Then from there, So from here where your 55 ends, go back with 15 millimeter. There is our 15 ending. So get a horizontal faint line. Then now let's come back to these diameters of ours, project them down as well, like this, like this, like this, and like this. So now we thought, let's construct the outside part of our front view. So the moment I'm drawing this line dark from here till here is this one, isn't it? So come to trace like this 55. Do we have it? We didn't deal with it, which is that hidden line. So 55 divided by 2 March is 27.5. So 25, 6, 7.5, between 28 and 29. No, it's between 27 and 28. Yes. Then 55 and 0. You see. So now I can draw from here till here dark, and again from here till here dark. Then from there, without fear of favor, we know what from here till here is dark. From here till here is dark, which is this one, isn't it? This one. Then from there till there, this will correspond with this one. This correspond with this one. This correspond with that. You understand, most? So now construct this like this. From there, get the height of what? Of 30 from here going up there, which means you'll be getting it from there up there, isn't it? There you go. Right. The question, reread the question. A half sectional front view with the right hand in sectioning, which means the very first thing that you have to do, this line which separate left from right of your front view has to be solid like this. Then from there, the other left hand side of your front view must remain as an outside view. Remember, if we cut to expose from here till here, it will disappear, because if we were to trace the cutting plane, let me trace the cutting plane for you. Remember, I'll be tracing the cutting plane in our top view. So the cutting plane, it will go like this. Then from there, it changes direction, comes like this. You understand? So that is why what was going to be exposed is only this part. So from here till here, this line, it won't disappear. It won't disappear. It will remain like that, which means draw it dark from here till here. Then these hidden details, this one, it won't disappear. It has to be there. Again, these ones, they won't go anywhere as well. They won't go anywhere as well. Let's see the question. They said, did they spoke about hidden details? No hidden details is required, but in this one of a front, they didn't say anything about hidden details, which means we must put them. So this one, hidden detail. Remember, how do you draw a hidden detail line? Short. It's not supposed to be like a center line. Then from there, what do we do? So what do? This one will then change to be dark. And again, if we are tracing the cutting plane, do you see that the cutting plane didn't cut it these holes, didn't cut it this hole? So which means these hidden details, they will disappear. Then you section all here, go like this. Remember that this one is not there as well, you see. So don't change this one dark again, this one dark. Why? Because of when we trace the cutting plane in our top view, it was cutting between these two holes, it was not cutting through, you understand? So section, remember when you section, we are sectioning using a 45 degrees. Our hatches, they must be equally spaced. So in terms of the direction, it's up to you whether it's anti-clockwise or clockwise, is still one and the same thing. Push it, there you go, there you go. So somebody asked me, was like, why don't we section on top of a solid line? We do not section on top of a solid line because the solid line actually represent the outside view of that particular item that you are busy with. So the moment you section on top of a solid line, you see here, our hatches, they're supposed to stop here. You cannot feather them down. So it's the moment you are feathering them down, you are talking about something else. It is not a right thing. That's not how you do it. So you must get rid of that solid line first. You must know what is happening with that line. Why is it solid? For again, remember here. Yeah, we had what is a solid line from there till there, isn't it? But for the fact that now we cut to expose the inside view, and I normally emphasize on the question, and if you read the question, was like, draw a half sectional front view with the right hand in sectioning. So sometimes they will be like, draw a full sectional front view, but when you come to trace the cutting plane, it's not like everything is going to be in sectioning, you understand? So you must know, how do you trace a cutting plane? Understand how does the cutting plane goes. You see here they're saying draw a full sectional front view. So a student will just look at the word full, would be thinking everything is supposed to be in sectioning. No, you understand? So my dear, we do not section on top of a faint line. A dark line. Again, we do not section on top of a hidden line. You must know whether the hidden line has to disappear or has to change dark. For instance, this one, it changed dark, isn't it? So now your hatches, they will go like this, only. And do not claim that wherever you see a chain line or hidden line, it must become dark. No, it's not like that. In this like in this case, this hidden line, they had to disappear. But why? Because of we understood the cutting plane. The cutting plane cut it in between them. So that is why it has to It has to disappear. We only section on top of a center line. For instance, here, do you see that beyond this surface there is a hole? So remember, we cut it to separate, isn't it? The other hole left with with an offcut, then the other one, which was this one, was still there. So how are we going to see that there is a hole beyond this surface? We'll symbolize that one with with a center line. So that is why I'm saying we we section on top of a center line, not on top of a chain line, which is this one, not on top of a what, of a solid line, which is this one. Right, so which means here we must put a center line on top of our hatches. So because of we are saying beyond this there is a hole, you understand? Right, in the examination or in your assessment or test, if the examiner can be like, pens down, your time has been exhausted, about 8 marks of yours, 8 marks is already yours, 8 marks is already yours, because you have answered 6.1, 8 marks already yours. Right, let's go to top view. 6.2, an outside top view with no hidden details. Is it complete like this? Our top view? No, it's not complete. If they are saying an outside top view, which they are saying draw this top view the way you see it, as long as you're going to draw it according to a scale, draw a top view the way you see it. We didn't draw this diameter 12, isn't it? So let's draw them. This will go, then from there I can put the horizontal center line of these holes. Then from there, have your stencil ruler so that you be accurate. This is diameter 12. Simple. There you go. There you go. 12 in this side. There you go. And there you go. Then from there, take their circumferences line down. So this side, even if you take, they are not going to help you. Faint, isn't it? Faint. You see? Faint. So this side, that's where they are needed more. This one is in change. There you go. If in change. Right? Is it complete our top view? Because now we want to collect these 7 marks, isn't it? Is it complete our top view? Yeah? It's not complete. This line is solid, to us is not solid. Come back, solid, there you go. There you go. Then it's complete. So they didn't say 8 dimension, so you see student adding this dimension 25, 140, blah blah blah. The question, this is not a assembled drawing, it's sectional drawing, so even the question didn't say that. Right, then from there, which means 8 marks is already in your pocket, 7 marks is already in your pocket. So let's get, how about this other 7 left? Then from there, from this corner, get a line that is at an angle of 45, solid, like this. Then now construct all the points that are behaving horizontal. Once they touch this line of yours that is at an angle of 45, they must stop. This one, the center if you like it, this one as well, don't forget that one, the main center, very much important. these ones, once they touch the line of 45 degrees, they stop. Then from there they must go vertically down, all of them. This, there you go. There you go. There you go. They are the center of the hole, of those two holes. They, remember, they're inline to each other as well. Right. Then, which means from here till there, till there, till there, 1, 2, 3, we must get our what? Our right view. And without fear or favor, I know Uguti, this one is already solid from here till there. Our what? Our right view. The question was like a full sectional right view. They are not telling you the cutting plane, or if you check, even in the other views we are not given the cutting planes. So now you must know that the cutting plane is always about the center, you understand. So if they are saying a full sectional front view, which means the cutting plane is here. Maybe I can say A. And remember, we draw what is pointed by the arrows, understand. So which means whatever that is beyond the cutting plane, we consider it as an off cut. The part that we have to draw is this one, but viewing it at this direction, you understand. So which means this one, it should be dark. Again, this, it will be dark as well. This one, this point, and there it goes, it should be dark as well, which is this one, from here till there. We are constructing a right view. We are drawing something that we don't even know how is it going to look like. Then from there, let's see, because the cutting plane, if we were to trace the cutting plane again, from here till there, the hacksaw was not cutting anything. It's only cutted from there till there. So what is supposed to be in sectioning is only from there till there, but viewing it away on the other side, isn't it? So what's supposed to be in sectioning is only somewhere here. So how do we get rid of that? Start from here, this point, trace it, there it goes, from here, there it goes, trace it, this one from there, which means I can have a point there. Come to this one, isn't it? It was this one. Now come to this one, trace it, there it goes, from here, comes like this, from there, trace it, this one. I can have another point here, which means this one, without fear or favor, I will know Uguti is dark from here till here. Right. I've just traced this one and this one. Let's trace this one. That goes from here. That goes from there, isn't it? So it's my point here. So it was this one. Now come to this one. There it goes from here. There it goes from there, which means it's this one. So which means now, without fear or favor, I can have this one solid like this. Then from there, I've just traced these points. Now going down, goes down like this. Now, which means I'll even here they will behave like that, like this. Right? Why our right view is like this? Why? Because of they said it's a diameter. These are diameters. So whether you are viewing it on its right hand side or left hand side or front, it will be like this. So what's going to be in sectioning, it will be only this one. So now, so if you started your hatch, they were anti-clockwise like this. So even on the other view, they must be still anti-clockwise, because this is one item. It's unlike in assembled drawing where your hatches, they must differ because of its different items, and they must be equally spaced as well. So I decide to start here, then push it here, stop there, so this is what is going to be in sectioning. But if you read the question was like a full sectional, somebody might be like, I'm sectioning on top of a solid line. Remember, it's not a solid line, it's the center line, this one. Right, so that's your third angle orthographic projection. That's your third angle orthographic projection in sectioning. So that's your right view. A full sectional right view, 7 marks. This is it. Let's see what else do we have. We are going to have a solid line. My mind is tired. A hidden detail line there, and again this one here symbolize what? This hole, isn't it? These two, there it goes. So they'll behave like this, and again there, again this side. Remember, starting from here till there, isn't it? So is this one, there it goes. This one and this one. Then it's complete now.